Dear Pastor Bob, as a Christian metalhead, I have problems with other Christians. People call me a Satanist and much more. It's happening every day, and I really don't know what to do. I no longer want to be part of these people. I love Jesus more than anything, but I don't like Christians. They're so full of hate, ignorance, arrogance, and superior attitudes. That makes me very sad. I see no love here. I just want to go to the forest and live in a small hut, only with God. No people, no hate. Can you help me? Yes, I can. I've dealt with this pretty much all of my life. I understand how you feel. In working with Christian rock and metal and just working outside of the church with things that the church doesn't approve of necessarily, it's been extremely difficult all of these years. And, still almost daily somebody decides that I'm not doing something right or that something's wrong with me. And it isn't as confrontational as it used to be, but there still are times. And so I do understand this, and I understand how you feel, and I understand that people base sometimes their Christian experience on their own tastes and their own culture. You can travel the world and find many different kinds of people. And, some people drink as part of the custom. Other people feel that alcohol is evil just in itself. There are so many different varieties of people and things that are considered anti-Christian or the norm. And from one culture to the next, it changes. Well, so much of our Christian experience is cultural. And of course, the metal culture is a very different culture. And one of the greatest things I love about working with heavy metal is that wherever you travel, metalheads are pretty much the same. They like the same music, they experience the same things, even dress alike for the most part. Pretty cool, isn't it? So we have a culture within a culture within a culture. Did you get that? We have a culture within a culture, the Christian culture within the whole thing, and then within the Christian culture, the Christian metal culture. So it's this little culture that's very different and not understood by the Christian culture and not so understood by the culture generally either. So many times we end up feeling a little bit disenfranchised and, well, a little on the outside of that box, which is where I'd love to be, honestly. So I find my greatest joy spending time with, well, other Christian metalheads, other people who are outside of that box like me. And I'm no longer really part of anything where, on a daily basis, the people that I associate with face to face tell me that I'm satanic or anything anymore. I just don't do that. I don't go to those places. I don't associate with people who are bigoted. I just don't. And I don't have to, and neither do you. The greatest thing that you and I have an opportunity to do is to find people that are like-minded, people that enjoy the same things that we do, and people who find their absolute freedom in Christ and are not judgmental. If you're in a place where you're feeling like people are like this every day with you, you need to get, and I know who this person is, by the way, he's a good friend. So he needs to get together with his friends, and even if you meet in your house or you have a Bible study in the local cafe or wherever, that you just have some kind of different Christian experience with people who really do understand you and love you and can encourage you. I think that's really important. Don't stay with something where you're feeling defeated, where you're feeling beaten up instead of encouraged. That's not what the church is all about. And folks, Jesus warned us not to return to that kind of thing. He called those religious leaders and those people that were kind of beating up and bullying other people, he called them broods of vipers. He called them whitewashed fences. He called them a lot of names. Why? Because he said they don't really represent who I am and what my Father has sent me to do. That's what he said. And he said, don't return to this. Don't return. He said, you've been set free. Now go be free. So I want to say that to you. Now go be free. And don't return to that kind of persecution. Now, it means that we have an opportunity to spend time with people who are like-minded, people who encourage us, and people who we can grow spiritually with. It doesn't mean that you find a bunch of people who are disgruntled, who are mad at the world and mad at Christianity, and you simply talk about everything that's wrong with it. That's another trap. It means you have the opportunity to do something positive, to grow in your spiritual life, to become all kinds of things that you never thought you could have been before in Christ, and to make him the center of those relationships. That's important. Well, I hope that helps. The podcast is a little long today, but I think important. God bless you. Have a great day.